Okay. Today I just want to cover, let's see. I guess we can cover the include and require functions of PHP. They're actually really simple. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to create pretty much a very crappy display of a website, but so you can see how we can include the header, the body, and the footer of the website. And okay, let's get started. So first we're just gonna code a basic HTML layout. So why did I write table? Alright, now we're just going to create some tables here. Some people like to use divs, I like to use tables. This is going to be the header, and what we're going to do is we're just going to Control-C to copy it, enter return twice, enter return twice, and Control-V to paste those. Alright, so now we have our table for the header, the footer, or the header, the body, and the footer. So what we're going to do is we can just say width equals 1000 px, which is 1000 pixels, bg color, which means background color, is going to equal, so you guys can see this, I guess we're going to give it like black or something. And actually we're going to give it a dark gray. Alright, let's just Control S to save that, and yeah, that's a pretty dark gray. Alright, I was just testing that. The align is going to be center. And we're just going to display information here. We're going to say height equals 300 px. Control S to save. And that's a little bit too big, so 150. We're going to go to 100. Alright, there we go. Nice, decent sized header. We're just going to type in this, font color equals white. You could write white, or it's actually better to write the hexadecimal code, /font. I know this is really crappy, but it's not a dynamic website by any means. I'm just doing it for video purposes. Header. Alright, now what we can do is we can copy all of that, Control-V just to save time, Control-V, except for the height of this is going to be 20 px, and the height of this is going to be 400 px. Alright, so what we can do is we can break right here, just so you guys can see what is what. Alright. Body. Actually, let me just copy this, paste, and paste. And this could be body. Alright, that's out of the way now. Thank God. But anyways, in a normal site, you'd have your header, your body, and your footer. Your body is where all of your content would go. Your header is where obviously maybe your navigation bar would go, everything like that would go. So what we're going to do is in LAMP server, we're going to open up LAMP server, go to the www directory, open that up, right click, create a new folder, and we're going to name it include. Now what we're going to do is in Notepad++, I'm going to go to File, New, or Control-N, and what I'm going to do is just take this entire header that we made all the way down to the break, the line break that is, and we're going to delete it. Now what we're going to do is go in this new file and paste that header. File, save as. We're going to save it as header. It's going to be a PHP file. So scroll down and find your PHP file. Okay, header.php, and we're going to save that in the include file. Alright, and now we're going to do the same thing for the body and the footer. So take the body, Control C, delete it, Control N for a new file, or just file new. Save as body, and we're going to go down to PHP, and it's going to be saved in the include file, or the include folder. No, we don't. How is that just saved as? Huh. I'll just rename it as body. So we're not going to need this anymore. Just save it as body. No. Alright, and this is going to be footer. Control C. File new, or Control N. Control V to paste. Save as footer. And save it as a PHP file inside the include file. Save and close that out. Now you're probably thinking, okay, well, now I don't have anything on my index page, which, no, you do not have anything on your index page now. Now we're going to call all those files with PHP. This is what makes it easy. You can go PHP, include, and right here is going to be, between these two parentheses, is going to be the path of which your file, which file you're searching for. Okay, and you can say include, since it's in the include file, or the include folder, slash header.php. Control S to save, refresh, and look, we have our header. Look how much more neat that is. You don't ever have to mess with that code again. So once you have that header done, say if you want this exact header, you have a navigation bar in there, you have your login system inside of the header, you can go ahead and put include header, or actually require header, simply because if you have that information, what require does, it's a little bit different. Require states if this is not loaded, the rest of the page will not load. Yeah, see, required is the same thing. It's very fast loading, and we're going to include the body. That's also in include slash body.php, and we're going to include the footer. It's inside of include slash footer.php. Control S to save, and you get your entire website back up. Very quick and brief thing that I can do is I can go to my website I'm working on right now. Alright. And what this is, as you see my header right here. This is brought in here with an include file. Okay. See, it's very important to have this, simply because if you were to log in, okay, now as you see, it brings you to a members page up here once it verifies that you are logged in. Okay, now we're logged in. It brings you to a members page, and we get this same exact header. Okay, and now we get the same header anywhere that we go. As you see, you can go back home, you can go to services, still the same header. That's all with the include function. Alright, it's very, very useful, and it's very helpful with a lot of different things. But yeah, that's it. Make sure to comment if you want to see anything else. If you want to know anything else, just throw something my way so I can make a tutorial about it. Alright,